Yo, what's up, billionaires? It's your boy, Nine Zeros, and today I just wanted to give you my take on the Mortal Kombat 2021 trailer. So, we're going to be looking at the IGN trailer, the official Red Band trailer that they posted on their channel. So, so we're just going to watch this, break this down frame by frame. I've been a big fan of MK since the very first game, and I just want to just give my thoughts on what's going on in this new movie, things I'm excited for, and etc. And things that I'm a little hesitant about. So let's look at this frame by frame. So I like that they have Sub-Zero as a villain. They have the Bihan version of Sub-Zero, and they turn him into this kind of like horrific kind of like figure. And the interesting thing about Sub-Zero is that the original Sub-Zero, he was like an assassin, so he did whatever job he was given, and it's pretty cool. So they have him here um, fighting with Jax, and what's really nice is they have Joe, who's a stuntman. I first seen him in the raid doing the sequences for Sub-Zero, and looks like he did a really good job so far, especially with Sub-Zero being my favorite character of the MK series. So seeing him as like one of the main villains is really, it's really cool. Seeing him like play such a center role, and we get to see the scary side of this Cryomancy powers. So Jax here has a shotgun, and he tries to shoot Sub-Zero almost point blank in the face, and you could see like, the shots like just spreading but freezing at the same time. And Sub-Zero, he doesn't even hesitate. Look how relaxed he is. They got the blue contacts in his eyes. He shatters the shotgun. Really dope. Now this right here is one of the coolest shots I've seen in the trailer. So you could see the look of terror on Jack's face as his arms are literally becoming frozen. You could even see the blood as well. And he just looks horrified. And if Sub-Zero was evil, and if he really wanted to just wreck shop, he can. And that's what I like about this scene. Like, this shows how scary someone who's like a master of these ice abilities can be. Now, majority of us fans know that Sub-Zero did not freeze Jax's arms. It was really Ermac who took his arms in the game, especially in the MK9 when they rebooted the game. They showed Ermac take his arms. So I guess for the sake of simplicity, and then to also show how threatening Sub-Zero could be, we're just like, well, we'll have Sub-Zero do it. So because the shot is so cool, no pun intended. I know how that sounds. Um, I'm gonna give this. Definitely gonna give this a pass. Um, that even though this is how Jax really lost his arms, you know, I still think it's a really cool shot. So he just looks terrified, and I like it. The actor really did a good job. Like, look at that. Like, and then Joe, like his movements, like he's really moving how Sub-Zero is moving on games like MKX, MK11. It's really nice seeing his like open hands and etc. And even me being like a martial artist myself with nearly 10 years of martial arts experience, it's really important to me that they have actual stuntmen who are actually doing their techniques and moves. So we have Sonya Blade here. The actress, she looks like Sonya. I mean, it works. She looks like Sonya. She looks pretty fit. In the original Mortal Kombat movie, which was basically Into the Dragon Mortal Kombat style, that movie was very similar to Into the Dragon. Maybe it was done on purpose, but the uh, the actress that they had play Sonya Blade, which they pulled Sonya. They had to pull the actress because Cameron Diaz got injured, and did I say? Maybe I pronounced her name a little incorrectly earlier with Sonya's name. Maybe I said, but anyways, but the Sonya actress, Cameron Diaz, she got injured, so they had to quickly throw in a backup actress. And I really didn't like the Sonya versus Kano fight scene. I thought it was the worst fight scene in the entire movie. And that's kind of why, because they had to throw that in there last minute after Cameron Diaz got injured. So we have Sonya explaining to Cole Young, um, and as well as Jax explaining to him what's going on. Apparently, Cole gets attacked by Sub Zero, and early on in the movie, I don't know if Scorpion saves him or not. Maybe Scorpion saves him. We'll see. My guess is Scorpion might save him, but he gets attacked by Sub Zero. Someone saves him. So this new character is supposed to be like a MMA fighter, but apparently he's the lead role, even though we're used to Liu Kang being the lead role. So yeah, but the concept of this is for new audience members can get an idea of the plot, and there can be exposition explained to new people. So they want him to be a relatable character. He's just supposed to be a everyday guy, and all this absurd stuff is being explained to him, and that's pretty much supposed to be his role. Um, it's kind of all over the place. The fans' opinions are divided when it comes to the role of this character. Nothing against the actor, but it's kind of divided because he's the new lead character. So it's kind of like Alice in the Resident Evil um, movie franchise. And when and at first in the first movie they had her as Jill Valentine, and then ever since Apocalypse they were just like she's Alice out of nowhere. So yeah, so apparently there's this plot thing going on about having a dragon shaped birthmark. I'm just gonna say now, I think that's ridiculous. I think that's I think that's ridiculous. I mean, it's ridiculous. They didn't even have to add that in there. But I don't know. They didn't have to be all prophetic with it. Like, it's goofy. It's goofy, but hopefully it's not too interwoven into the plot like that. A new made up character, Emily, for this film. I'm not sure how long she's gonna be in the film. So Cole Young is a MMA fighter, cage fighter. Yeah, so I guess that's the modern day thing. So what's interesting is seeing him with the yellow hand wraps here. Kind of makes me think that he's somewhat related to Scorpion, but I really don't know. I really don't know at this point. Anyone's guess is as good as mine. So we have Melina here, and she's supposed to be in Outworld. Melina is one of my favorite characters as well. Of course, Sub Zero being the top, but I really enjoy Melina. So look at this shot. We see this guy, and I cannot tell what species he is. I don't know. When you see the bald head, you think, oh, maybe it's like Tarkatan, especially when you see the spikes there. But maybe it's Tarkatan, maybe not. But yeah, prophecy. But I have to admit, yeah, Sonya's actress looks really good. So don't got any complaints about her. Okay, so we got Raiden. The place is frozen. So I'm going to assume Sub-Zero was around. And maybe this is Shang Tsung. So this is an interesting shot here because we have Cole looking in the mirror, and he's looking like he's had a really, really rough day. I don't know if this is after a cage fight or something. But then we see a scorpion image here, which is really interesting. So the fact that they chose to throw this scorpion image shot in while Cole is looking in the mirror, it's kind of interesting. So it's as if Scorpion is like watching him or trying to link with them. So that's a pretty interesting shot. So now we have Scorpion before he became a Hellspawn. So we're supposed to see how the Lin Kuei and Shirai Ryu beef started. So since Sub-Zero is portrayed as the bad guy, they're gonna definitely show him as the aggressor. So the blood effects looks pretty cool, especially having a guy that did the raid and what was it called, the Night Come For Us in here. I'm sure he will, with Joe will make sure that you know things look legit. Um, I have to double check my references, but I think they had like horror movie, maybe like a horror movie or director kind of help out with this, but I could be wrong. But I have to relook into the sources because over the years they were saying like different rumors about this movie. But the blood effects here look pretty good, especially something that I would expect from especially with it being rated R. Looks good. You see the kunai flying into the guy's head, blood splashing. That looks really good. So far, I would say that the fight scenes with Scorpion and Sub Zero in here look the best so far. So I'm hoping that the rest of the movie has that. Even if I don't like the plot, if the fight scenes are good, then the movie will be definitely worth watching. So Mortal Kombat Annihilation, the plot was pretty terrible, but the fight scenes were pretty cool. So, and there was a lot of them. So, at least I enjoyed the fight scenes, but the plot wasn't good. No. Okay, so this is okay. So we got Kano, Liu Kang, Sonya, and Cole looking very ordinary, and they're traveling. I don't think they reached Outworld just yet. So Sonya and Kano are supposed to be fighting each other here. So I'm thinking, so originally Kano's supposed to be helping them, but I think he's gonna like betray them or something. Kano was known as a traitor. So hopefully they make him betray them and he doesn't stay a good guy the entire movie because that would be kind of. But hopefully he betrays them. Hopefully he somehow betrays them, switch sides. So you see his face doesn't look too messed up here, but then later in the movie, you see his face gets like rather messy. So him shooting his eye ray. It's interesting because I think he shoots this at Kung Lao. So we got Liu Kang, but I feel like he's gonna be a side character in this movie. I just really have the feeling. So I know that this actor, he's in incredibly good shape. I was hopefully Liu Kang really does his thing because Liu Kang to me is like he is the Mortal Kombat main character. So as you can see, he's conjuring up some of his pyrokinesis, and yeah, like look, this guy is ripped. He is definitely on a really really strict diet, but he's ripped. So, but judging from his outfit and the clothing that he's wearing, he I think they really want him to be like a side character. Usually Liu Kang is like shirtless. So Jack's hair, got his cybernetic arms, and yeah, not too much to say about it just yet. Hopefully his fight scenes are good. Can't really say. I mean, I seen Sub Zero body him earlier, so and he's about to clap this guy's head like his old fatality where he claps your head. On Mortal Kombat 2, he would smash your head even before he had the cybernetic arms. So it looks like that's what he's going to do here. So the stuntman playing Kung Lao, I seen some fight scenes of his on YouTube. If you like, scour the internet hard enough, you'll find some of his stuff. So he seems like a pretty um, decent stuntman playing Kung Lao, and they really nailed the look of the modern Kung Lao with them. Even Liu Kang, his clothing is very, it's very similar to what you would see in MK11 with the clothing that he's wearing it in the other scenes where he's not shirtless. So the clothing designs is pretty cool. So the reflection that we seen there, it kind of makes me wonder if was that Kano or was that somebody else who shot that, because I seen Kano shoot an eye laser, so I'm not sure if that's a different character or if that's Kano that did it. If it is Kano that did it, then Kano Kung Lao fight scene confirmed. But if not, if this was like another character who just shot something, then I don't know. But I'm kind of hoping that's Kano, because I don't want Kano to stay a good guy. Okay, so Raiden with his teleportation. At least he's there. Raiden looks. We got a Asian actor playing Raiden, which is nice to see. Like the other actor who did a Highlander. I forgot his name, but he had that really like, this is Mortal Kombat kind of voice, which is really cool. Like his voice was really nice in the first movie. Um, you know, and he really wanted to do that movie, even though like the people he was working with, they were trying to have him avoid it. But this new guy seems cool so far. I mean, he seems cool so far. So I can't wait to see what he does in the film. Okay, so a little bit more Jack. So these human characters, so Cole. Oh, let me go back a little bit. So seeing that cybernetic hand like that, it makes me think of the old Terminator movie, especially when Arnold took off the hand and he would like look at it. So it makes me think of that. It looks almost like the Terminator hand, which is I think a reference to that. Mortal Kombat itself has a whole bunch of pop culture references. So it looks like here, I'm not sure, but I think these guys might be traveling to Outworld or they're going into maybe like some secret shrine or something like that. But that fan, that looks like Kitana's fan. So I'm thinking like, you know, so I'm thinking they put that there on purpose as a reference for Kitana. We got Kano there. He's dirty, so he must have been fighting, rolling around in the sand with Sonya probably. Liu Kang looking good, looking good. Sonya looking good, and Ko looking ordinary. It's kind of funny that they, jeans, t-shirt, boots, you know, not really gonna be like doing much kicking in those jeans, but it's kind of funny because they want him to be so ordinary at first. They want him to be the relatable character here, So I guess, yes, I guess Sonya Jax is not enough. They need the everyday man in here. Okay, so cool. So experience in new age. Now this. Now this is a cool shot. But this is the only time in a trailer we see Scorpion with some kind of fire on him. So let's see. So I'm looking and I'm thinking like, is that Sub-Zero? The chest looks different. The chest looks different and the arm looks different. So I'm not sure if that's Sub-Zero. It might be Sub-Zero. But it looks different in that shot. And the reason why I'm guessing it is because I know Cole is in this scene. Liu Kang walking to the sunset. That's a really nice shot. I like that a lot. So we got Scorpion. He's clearly a Hellspawn here, which is really cool. Canon-wise, Quan Chi turned him into the Hellspawn because it was him that had a Bihan kill Scorpion's attack Scorpion and kill him anyways, and then so that he could have them both, and then he made Scorpion attack Bihan, so which is the original Sub-Zero for those who don't know. But I'm just assuming that if you're watching this, you know MK lore. So it's kind of cool. We have Kung Lao's character doing a wushu style tornado kick, which is almost like similar to a 540 kick, but a little different. So, and I'm assuming that is Cole here. I'm assuming that that's Cole. So it looks like Cole is training with Kung Lao. So it's pretty cool, and he's supposed to kick his hand here with the crescent kick. So Mileena, interesting take on Mileena. It's an interesting take. So instead of using an Asian woman, we have. It's pretty cool that we have don't know her ethnicity, but we have a woman of color, which is pretty cool. But so in the recent games, they started changing Melina's mouth. So regularly, it's just all teeth in her mouth, and then they added like that she has lips in the front, but she has the teeth sticking out on the side. I was kind of hoping they would use that look, but here it what bothers me a little bit is it just looks like a woman with some sharp teeth in her mouth, and then they kind of just got a little bit of blood makeup on her mouth. But I guess it works better for her fight scenes. I guess if they put the face makeup on, I guess maybe it wouldn't last. I don't know. I guess or they made it, or maybe they wanted to make something a little bit more believable. I don't know, but I'm sure they thought about it, and this is what they thought would be best for the film. So can't wait to see Melina's fight scenes. I see her licking blood, so they at least wanted to show that she's kind of like cannibalistic in a way, because Melina will like tear you apart and eat you up, and her teeth are really scary, but they're not scary here. So we got this Shao Kahn statue. So when I read the plot synopsis, they mentioned that Shang Tsung is the emperor. Um, when really he was just like, he was just supposed to be just some like right hand guy of Shao Kahn. And to be honest, Shao Kahn didn't really respect him too much, especially not after his failures. So we got a giant Shao Kahn statue, but I'm not expecting to see Khan in this movie. So I'm thinking either Shang Tsung already taken over in Khan's place, or I don't know. But we'll see. So this shot's pretty interesting. So it looks like this is supposed to be Reptile. So it looks like they're going with the actual the actual reptilian version of Reptile that we seen in Mortal Kombat. What's the game called? Deadly Alliance, which is a version of him I kind of hated. I hated that version of him. But that's looks like that's what they're going for. You can see that he's uncloaking with his camouflage. So we have Shang Tsung here. Yeah. So we have Shang Tsung here. Can't wait to see if he does anything interesting. But I'm not sure if he's gonna. I'm not sure. But hopefully Liu Kang fights him. And if not, then maybe they're saving it for another movie. So there's a lot of stuff to cover, but I'm not sure if they're gonna cover it all in one movie. It depends on how long the feature is. I mean, the first original Mortal Kombat movie didn't have that many fight scenes in it, and they added the reptile and scorpion fight scene because it didn't have many fight scenes in it. And I'm glad they did, because that would have been way too short for the fights. So we have Sub-Zero behind, and we have Melina behind. So this shot, very interesting. I believe this. So, one of two things I think is happening. I think either Sub Zero is going through a portal, or I think this is supposed to be a Noob Saibot shot. So this, and if it is a Noob Saibot shot, then this would probably be like at the end of the movie. They would show that he's still alive in another form. But I believe that this is supposed to be a Noob Saibot shot. Okay, Liu Kang conjuring up his fire. I don't know. The fact he's not shirtless makes me feel like he's a side character. I feel like if he was shirtless, then he'll be a main protagonist. But the fact that he has a shirt on makes him feel like a side character. But it looks like he's doing his thing. The actor's in really good shape. So, because Robin Shou was in amazing shape when he did the film. Now here we have Liu Kang's dragon fatality, but he's using fire just like his X-ray, which is pretty nice. Wait, did they call it X-ray in the new one? No, fatal blow. So which is really nice. So I believe he's fighting Cabal here. So this should be the fatality for that scene. So we have Goro, and I believe that that's Cole Young fighting Goro. And it looks like he's wearing some armor. I'm not sure if that is his body or if he put that on, but I'm pretty sure that's Cole. And I believe that this is the version of Cole that was standing in front of Scorpion when Scorpion had the fire around him. That's what I'm thinking. But I but yeah, so we have a version of Goro here, and I think that's Cole. And yeah, so hopefully they're able to do more with Goro since they're using CG for it. So it should be interesting. Cole kind of looks in CG here too, but I don't know. Maybe it's the lighting. So awesome shot. Like Sub-Zero is just terrorizing with his ice powers. Like an evil Sub-Zero, I love it. Like, I love it. Sub-Zero being such a center role, having such a center role in this movie, I love it. So he's just making it rain ice for like no reason. So we have Cabal here with his hook swords, which is really nice. Liu Kang kind of blocking and striking. Really good. Actually, he caught his shoulder there. So, and he's definitely manipulating his fire because in the first Mortal Kombat film, Liu Kang didn't use any fire. He just, he had there's that part where Robin Shu punched Shang Tsung and then, they edited like some energy with the punch, but he's actually using fire here, so that's impressive. We come a long way with technology since the 90s. Sub-Zero creating his ice blade. I love it. I love when Sub-Zero has the ice blade, even though they gave him an axe in the new game. But Scorpion here, you can see that he got the contacts in. The mask looked good. He got the hood over his head. Looks like very traditional Japanese clothing. Which is really nice. Okay, so like Sub-Zero looks great. He looks kind of a little bit more like the MKX version here. Like you wouldn't even know that was Joe. He looks amazing in this getup. Whole background is frozen. Like it's like you're in Sub-Zero's arena. You're in Sub-Zero's world. That's why I like. You're not. You're not like Sub-Zero's not fighting you. You're fighting him. You're trapped in here with him. I like that feeling. It's really dope. He looks fantastic on here. I have no complaints about Sub-Zero. So the two are battling. I know Cole is supposed to be around here somewhere, and I'm going to show you soon. So right now, this katana versus ice sword battle is going on. And this fight scene just looks dope. And I mean, I am so critical of fight scenes. Like, look at this. He slices him, freezes his blood, creates a dagger out of it, and then he uses it on him. Like, that is sick. And I love the fact they show it in like a slow motion. Now, this basically looks like almost like a fatal blow. Like, he just freezes the floor behind him, creating an ice wall, and throws him through it. That shot is sick. That shot is sick. It's like so far Sub-Zero and Scorpion got like the best scene so far, but this is only the first trailer. But these shots right here are sick. Like I will watch the movie alone just to see this fight. And Scorpion, he looks very much like a samurai. Looks good. He got the katana. He got the kunai in the other hand. It looks like the kunai is I don't see the kunai coming out of his hand. It looks a little bit more practical, which is fine. His outfit looks good. Looks more traditional, so I like it. So it's like a Chinese style outfit versus Japanese style. So you could really see that rather than them being like clones of each other like they were in the earlier games. Got the katana in his arm. Yep, he throws kunai. And this is his get over here line, but in a trailer he says, "Get the over here." Like they wanted him to say it with the proper accent because he's supposed to be a Japanese character, so him speaking English, so it's okay. I mean, people are complaining that it was kind of weak because Ed Boon he usually screams it and everyone's so used to the Ed Boon version. But right now, I think that the film is they're pretty much just getting they're probably doing private screenings right now, and they're probably looking to get feedback before they finally release it to theaters and HBO Max. But yeah, so it's kind of cool. So it's still coming from his wrist. So I'm guessing Sub Zero was attacking Cole in this scene, and Scorpion caught him because you see Cole right there. Now, and then if you look at Cole, it looks like his chest looks different. So it looks like he has like some armor or something on him, or maybe his skin transformed. I don't know. I don't know if he put something on, and this was his battle arm for the movie, or if his body changed. But still kind of interesting. I don't know what's going on with his chest exactly, but that's something's going on there. So I'm guessing Sub Zero was ready to finish off Cole, and Scorpion caught him with the kunai, or aka the spear technique, and then just yanked them. But it's supposed to be a "I saved you" moment. Sub Zero going through the banister. Ah, that looks so good. It looks so good. The Sub Zero shots are so good. Me being a fan, this is amazing. I'm just like those Sub Zero Scorpion fight scenes look great. The Sub Zero scenes look great. They did him justice. He's my favorite. So seeing him as a villain is, yeah, that really got my attention. So now this is supposed to be a fatality sequence for this. So I might have to do some pausing here for this sequence. So he's yelling. All right. So I don't know who this enemy is. Um, and there's supposed to be a tournament. I don't know if they actually do the tournament in this movie. Maybe they do the tournament. So I'm hoping that this movie has like a lot of fight scenes, like not like the original Mortal Kombat movie where you only got a handful of fight scenes. Like I want a lot of fight scenes. I want like 15 fight scenes, 20 fight scenes. Like I want a lot of fight scenes. I don't want just like 6 fight scenes. I want a lot of fight scenes. The more the better. We got a lot of stuntmen here. So Sonya shot her ring blast, and she just killed a man. And then this guy here, probably most likely Cole. Let's see. Yeah, that was cool. So, Scorpion stabbed the guy in the head, so that's supposed to be open shot. Melina. Yeah, not super convincing. Maybe, like, if they didn't want to change her mouth, why not just have her wear the mask? Alright, and this is supposed to be a. I'm pretty sure this is supposed to be one of those reptiles. Place looks like it's burning. It's supposed to be one of those reptiles, so. And he rips its heart out. So at least there's like enemy fodder, these John Doe like enemies. So his face is messed up. So I'm assuming his face got messed up from his fight with that reptile. Maybe? I don't know. But something happens to his face at some point in this movie. And then he ripped his heart out, which is pretty neat. You know, he got his heart ripped fatality. It's not a PG Mortal Kombat movie anymore. Theaters and HBO Max. Yeah, so let's see. Anything else? Yeah, so finally we got a real trailer. Enough of these super fake trailers on YouTube that channels keep uploading, which I don't think they should even be able to get away with that. But yeah, so I would say that the action looks really interesting so far, and the effects look really interesting. The scenes with Joe and the actor playing Scorpion look really good. So far those scenes got me super excited. So yeah, so far I'm looking forward to like the fights. Like, like I'm looking forward to the fights. So so as long as there's a lot of fights, I should be happy. I'm still not sure about the plot. I really don't know. But we'll see when we get there. Yeah, we'll see. But anyways, thank you guys for tuning in, and I will see you on the next one. Peace.